Hey folks, and welcome to the final part of the River City Girls playthrough. In the last part, we pretty much took on Noise. We finally got to her, and we was able to pretty much beat some information out of her. And now we're ended up here in the final boss tower. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out a way to get that Sabo statue that's up there. So I'm trying to pretty much just cheat my way to that. But anyway, folks, there is I told you folks during the last part that I was gonna look up some speed running for world speed world record running for River City Girls, and I actually was able to find some in a new game, I guess, without the bosses, because and this is all according to speedrunning.com or speedrun.com. And they have a guy, he finished it within 42 minutes without, I guess, beating a boss or whatnot. So that's actually pretty impressive. But I guess that's without facing the bosses. They somehow skipped the bosses because it has a new game, and then it has in parentheses new game, all bosses. So they only have 2 records for that, and the fastest one was 54 minutes for that. So under an hour, I guess, if they figured it out. In co-op, which is only 1 submission in that, which is 1 hour and 1 minute. I don't know if me and the co-host could. We don't even try to use speed run, so I don't even know if me and the co-host could tackle that. We probably could, but that'd be a stretch. But we're not gonna be doing any speed runs of any games anytime soon. So you know what? We'll just leave it as is. But yeah, I was when I was first came to this part, with the elevator in the window, I was trying to kick the pretty much knee the guy out the window, see if it can happen, if it was possible. But sadly, it wasn't not. But that would have been a great attention to detail. A little I've seen worse in beat 'em up, so that wouldn't be necessarily surprising. But like I said, I see worse in beat 'em ups, so I blame the 90s for that. Kind of warped my mind a bit, but you know what? It is what it is. The damage is already done, so there's nothing more I can do on that part. So, you know what? As I stated before, it is what it is. But this part right here is gonna get a little weird. You'll see in a few moments here. But yeah, this is the final stretch, folks. The last part. Thought I'd never see to make it to it. Sheesh, took forever. I know. And if you're just tuning in, what are you doing? There's 9 other parts to go through. Watch those and then come back here, and you'll get a better understanding of what's going on. But if you watch through the first part all the way up to now, I want to thank you for watching, sticking with me through this crazy, ton of events that I've been going through with this channel. I can't apologize enough, folks. If you're confused on what I'm talking about, check out the last part. But I can't apologize enough, folks, what's been going on with this channel, so I do want to apologize. Sorry, folks. It's been a roller coaster of mental emotions for me, folks. My mental hasn't been 100%, and it's still not. So I'm dealing with that, trying to deal with it at least. And yeah, if you want more information, check out the last part. But yeah, this guy said it's bombs. It's gonna be bombs around the area that we have to kind of collect, and you'll see what we do with that. But Masako does not like being called baby. I mean, this guy is pretty cheeky for what he is. He's just called Yakuza. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that still wrong. I don't care. It is what it is, and I'm gonna call it what it is. I just kind of don't care anymore. But yeah, we're gonna have to get some. He pretty much just spilled the beans on what happened, so we're gonna have to get those. And that's a weird time to pause the map, right as I was getting electrocuted. So pretty much we have to get some explosives in order to get to the boss room, and we're gonna be doing that through this part. We're also, as you can see, the title We're gonna be showing off the ending, and then we're gonna be showing off the true ending. So I hope you folks are prepared to see that. It's going to be quite interesting to see. Well, it might not be a shocker, but it's going to be quite interesting for those who haven't gotten the necessary requirements to see who the boss is. So we'll get into that more as we get closer and closer to the requirements and be what we need to do in order to get to them. We just need to find the explosives first, and then we'll be able to do that. But since we already got one already, it's going to be pretty simple. All you have to do is just follow the exclamation marks on the map, and then you'll be able to find, said explosives and where they're located. Where they're located, it's not that hard at all. All you have to do is just find them all, and once you find them all, you just come back to the room that we had left prior, and then we'll be able to fight the boss. And that fight's going to be a doozy. I'll just explain the situation when we eventually get to said boss. It's just going to take some time in order to do that, and I don't know why I just went into the room I just did. So yeah, we got plenty more of these explosive things to go to, and as you can see, it's not really it was located on the map before, unless you got photographic memory. Okay, that was weird. Unless you got photographic memory, I would just check every room. But it did display when it first showed up where the explosives are located. So, it's not going to be a problem for me to find where they're located. If you're having any issues as far as this map goes, there are online guides to kind of walk you step by step on what you need to do in order to progress through the game. So if you want to follow that guide specifically for this area, then go ahead and feel free to do so. But as I stated before, it's not that hard, folks. Just make sure you check every room and you'll be okay. You just got to deal with the onslaught of enemies that come up. Every time you come out of the room, they respawn rather quickly, so you have to kind of be on your toes. And oh yeah, each room I check, if there's nothing in there, I'm pretty much going to be cutting it out, because you folks don't really need to see me entering the room, checking it out, and then exiting out of it. So whatever shows up on the screen, just know that it's in good hands. But anyway, we're really getting close to getting up all the explosives, and then with that, Kyoko says she's never been inside a casino before. You're not missing anything much. The first time I went into a casino was back in 2011, and it was that summertime, and I just turned 21. And me and the co-hosts went to the Hard Rock Live Casino, which is a pretty famous casino here in the Florida residence. And as you can tell by that screen, I got a game over, but I put in the switch thing to cut. I forgot I did that. But anyway, yeah, the Hard Rock Live Casino here it's pretty famous within the Florida residents, and we actually had a pretty good time. I didn't gamble that much because I'm not really into it, but I'm pretty sure the co-host, we pretty much, as soon as we entered the building, we pretty much went our own separate ways for a little bit, because I was more intrigued on doing they had the penny slot machines, so I was kind of more interested in doing that more than anything else. And I'm getting that girl here back, because once you get a game over, like you just saw not too long ago, then you have to go into the process of getting back your partners again. But now that we done that, we not only got some XP, we got some cash, and we have to back up here because they have to get this set. And watch what happens to this dude, this poor guy. He's gonna be going on a trip. But anyway, yeah, that casino, it was something else. I think the co-host played a couple of rounds of blackjack, and yeah, that guy's he's just completely toast. I didn't even see what happened to him. I'm pretty sure he flew off the screen with that explosion. But anyway, we're able to gain access in here, and within this room is the boss of the game. And you can see her right there. I wish I could do a sword like that. Sabuko? I think that's how you pronounce it. But anyway, yeah, she, or Sabu for short, I guess. But, yeah, Sabuko, she's the, daughter to the great Sabu, and the head of her father's empire while he's, indisposed, as she put it. Anyway, yeah, I had had a pretty good time at the Hard Rock Live. We even went to see Chris Tucker. He had a performance there, and that was pretty exciting to see him live. But yeah, well, at least I haven't been there since. So it's been almost 10 years since I've been to Hard Rock Live. It's a casino and hotel combination. It's kind of weird, but you know, my mom, she has been there a few times, and more than me anyway. And when you go there, folks, just make sure you have some money, because basically the food there, don't eat there, folks. The food is highway robbery. Do not eat there, because the food costs more than what it should, and it's only subpar. They do have they had a Hooters there, as far as I can remember, and they also had an ice cream shop there, which the co-host, he pretty much ran to there. They had it was like an ice cream chocolate shop, and that guy just has a sweet tooth. I'm not really into sweets like he is, but like soon as we got into that little district area where there's like cafes and shops and stuff, because overall the place is pretty nice, but once he got in that area, he just ran for it. But yeah, anyway, final boss time, as I should be talking about it. But yeah, she's not really all that tough as it meant to be. She got a couple of phases to go through. I'm gonna try to find a wiki on her, because I'm pretty sure she has more than one phase, but I'm not as sure exactly like what order. But because I was too busy dwelling on her, that's why. So yeah, just be careful. As I stated before, she's not all that hard. Just pretty much dodge her attacks where you have to. Let me see here. I think I just found an article on, yeah, okay, let's see. It's not really saying anything. It's just stating, where she's from. Oh, that's a nice, profile pic they got of her. And this is from, the River City, wiki. Now, if I go to this other site that tells me information about the boss, yeah, the sixth and final boss, yeah, let's see, it doesn't really have anything else. I know she's in the final phase, and I think she has 3 phases as well. No, she actually has a 4th phase. Huh, that's kind of weird there. Oh, okay, I know what the 4th phase is. You'll see here in just a second, folks, but, yeah, but, pretty much, let's see here. It's not really stating much otherwise more than what I'm doing, right now. Like I stated before, she isn't really that hard. Just keep on your toes, you know, dodge out of the way when you have to, because, it seems like every time you attack, she's gonna go in the offense as well, so you can always get her while she's down like that. Just be careful, because she kinda hits hard. So, yeah, once you're done with that, and the water clones, but you can pretty much tell which one's the real her. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but anyway, it's almost done, pretty much dwindling her health away. As I stated before, just be careful, pretty much kind of do what I'm doing, and you'll be alright as far as, you know, dwindling her down. Make sure you got plenty of, health items with you, and then you'll be okay, as far as, you know, beating her down. And with that, that's the final chapter. You would think it was the final chapter, but nah, she has another phase. She gets some additional health back, and then you kind of got to do it all over again, folks. Like I said before, it's not that hard. It's more annoying than anything, but, you know, once you get through it, it's, that. But yeah, this extra phase pretty much starts off the same way. Except for her moves now has an orange glow to them. But pretty much, you gotta step away when she's charging up and jump over the flames and stuff and avoid them if you can. So if you could do that, then taking her down won't be hard. It won't be that hard. So, do whatever you gotta do to. I know it sounds like I'm babbling, but do whatever you gotta do to pretty much, defeat her, and you'll be okay as far as But yeah, when I first fought her, the extra health bar it really didn't surprise me, but at the same time it kind of did, because I thought she was too easy to be taken down like that. But then when I saw the extra health, okay, I was like, okay, alright, I knew they weren't gonna make it this easy. So yeah, don't do what I'm doing. I'm pretty much impatient at this point, and I was just trying to beat the game and pretty much get it over with at this point in time. So, I just pretty much had enough of this game. I was like, let's go ahead and end it. And that's a brutal way for somebody to get KO'd, just getting like stomped in the stomach. I'm pretty sure there's some videos out there in internet land of that happening, and if there is something of like that, that's kind of brutal. I wouldn't want to watch that. I only see stuff like that in fighting games, but you'll be surprised what you can find with the power of internet. It's kind of sad, but it's true, unfortunately. But anyway, with this, the boss is defeated and the game is ended. So we're pretty much just getting a dialogue between the two to say, they pretty much scoured the whole town, beating up everybody just to get their boyfriends back. So yeah, they're coming up with this cheesy line here that kind of make me cringe on what they did, but they just pretty much power dive that chick through the window without even thinking. And pretty much they ended up getting through a bathhouse. Lucky they landed in that. I could have thought of more brutal ways that probably would have upped the rating of them not landing so fortunately like they did. But yeah, they're lucky they landed where they landed. But yeah, that's their boyfriends. You finally get to see what they what they look like, but you finally get to see the interaction between these two, and it turns out that these chicks aren't all there, as you can tell by the ending of this. And yeah, so the game isn't, to me, the game wasn't all about story, it was about action. So as you could get that little cutscene interaction, yeah, those chicks are kind of nuts. But anyway, we got the charm, the Hasebe charm, and when you beat the game, you get to play with these two, Kunio and Ricky. You finally get to play with those. And now for our feature presentation, I thought I'll add that in for a couple of chuckles or whatnot. It was kind of hard finding that clip, at least a good clip of it. So now, folks, that we broke all the statues. That was a requirement for facing off who we're facing now, which is the true boss of the game. So you have to get all the Sabo statues in order to encounter these two. And once you do, then you can face the true boss of the game, which is these two girls. So once you do that, you'll be able to face them and get the eventual true ending. So yeah, there wasn't really all that much of a shock fighting these two, because they've been in tension throughout the whole game. So this wasn't really much of a shock, it'd only be, but the thing is, the hard thing about this battle, folks, is if you're doing this by yourself, it's gonna suck, because it's essentially 2-on-1. So yeah, this battle right here, I didn't know what to do at first, because this is my first time unlocking like the true ending. So going through and collecting all the statues and stuff. So had no idea what to do. I essentially had to look at a guide to pretty much figure out what to do with this fight. So I eventually, you know, I got plenty of healing items. You're gonna need it for these two because you're pretty much getting double teamed. So unless you have a co-host with you, you're probably gonna have a tough time doing this battle by yourself because these two are the final, Hasabe and Mimi, or whatever. But just go after whoever you can. Just do your best here, folks. That's all I gotta say, because this is gonna be one heck of a battle. You don't have to do this battle, but it's always nice to do extras in that. And in Let's Plays, if I can show off the extras, I will show off the extras if I can, if it's not too time consuming, which this wasn't too time consuming because I've already collected all the Sapo statues on the way doing this anyway. So yeah, if you have the time, do it. If not, you can still be satisfied. What's wrong with me? You can still be satisfied with the correct, with the final ending or whatever. But these two are pretty much going to give you a test of your skills. At this point, I do have all of the necessary skills for her. As far as I know, I do have all the necessary skills. So, yeah, this fight is pretty much of a doozy. But I am going to be fast-forwarding here in just a second, just to cut time for you folks, because this battle, it does go on far too long. It goes on far too long for me, so I decided to cut it for you guys to you know, pretty much pass the time, show you what I have to do in order to beat them. So if you hear the music speed up, that's because I'm fast forwarding the footage, so I didn't want to waste too much time on these girls, because we kind of have to get a move on and pretty much finish this playthrough out. So I didn't want to, you know, bore you guys with the aesthetics of doing that. So yeah, you're gonna see when I fast forward it, because it's gonna be a little weird. Basically what I have to do is I have to knock one of these girls out, and you'll see what happens in just a few moments when I essentially do so. So after knock one of these girls out, and in the process you'll see what I have to do in order to pretty much finish this battle out, because these two tag teaming me ain't really doing any justice. As you can see, I'm going through my health items like crazy. I pretty much got the best one I can get, which is the lasagna. It's best to me, because I didn't want to spend too much money on essentially getting, you know, and with that, it's not really over. You'll see what I mean. This part right here was freaking confusing because I didn't know what to do. This girl went into rage mode, and you'll see right here. But pretty much, what you have to do is pretty much, you see that little angel that's flying around? Yeah, you have to get that back into its body. And how you do that is by pretty much stomping on the corpse. And you'll see how I do it when I essentially show it off for the first time, and then, you know, fast forward the footage after that, because you folks, I'm pretty sure you folks have a much better time to do it. But as you can see here, this is what I'm pretty much doing. Pretty much stomping on the body whenever I got the chance to do so. And as you can see, the health is slowly dwindling down. So this is where the editing skills come in contact with. But as you can see, I'm gonna make that last contact right there. So pretty much you have to attack that angel and then it'll get into his body. I don't think you have to stomp it. I don't remember, because I recorded this such a long time ago. I mean, you can, but I don't think it'll do any justice. I think you just have to keep attacking the angel thing. Either or, you could always look it up, but that's gonna pretty much end it. Those two was the true final boss. Maybe a shocker to some of you, but in the end, it was just bananas. It wasn't really much of a shocker, as I stated before. It was just confusing all the way through. So yeah, they admit defeat, but they're still gonna get kicked, just like the previous boss did. So yeah, I showed this off just to dang. I showed this off just to show it off again. There are slight differences, but not enough to I could have cut this out entirely, because basically you're just seeing the same thing all over again with a few differences, but I just decided to show it off, because hey, why not? And this is a Let's Play channel, so I kind of gotta show off things I don't want to show off, so there's always that. But anyway, yeah, this is pretty much stuff we've already seen before, so you know, if you want, you can skip ahead a little bit, because what I'm finna do now is, after this little cutscene plays, the credits are gonna roll, and I'm gonna give my final thoughts, and that'll be pretty much it to the end of this part. So if you want to skip this part, go ahead. I understand. If you do skip this part, thanks for watching. And all that good stuff. But if you want to hear my sincere thoughts, just stay tuned, because that's gonna be coming up a little bit. So yeah, folks, with that, it's going to be the end of the game. Excellent game by WayForward. When I first seen the trailers for it, I wasn't really that convinced at first, but as time went on and I seen other people playing it and stuff like that, and we haven't had a good beat 'em up in a while, so this was a warm welcome. Do I recommend this? I give this game a 9 out of 10, folks. There was some stuff that was a little frustrating about it, but that's just mine. But it's still an excellent beat 'em up game, 9 out of 10. It's not perfect, but as a beat 'em up that we haven't had in a while, it almost hit those sweet spots, just almost. The gameplay was fun. Just going after the statues and stuff was a little annoying. The enemy respawn rate was a little annoying, but you know what? That's just perfect. That's just quirks of mine that, and the music is awesome. A little bit cheesy at times, but, it's still, music's music. So, if that's not going to bother you much, then it's not going to take enjoyment from the game for you. So, yeah, folks, I would recommend this. It's on Steam, it's on PS4, it's on the Switch. I'm pretty sure it's on the Xbox. Any way you can get your hands on it, folks. It's been out for about a year or so at the time of this recording, so make sure you get your hands on it, folks. It's a really good, really fun beat 'em up, for you to enjoy on current consoles right now. I don't know if they're going to port this stuff. Would be interesting, but yeah, folks, thanks for watching. Thanks for bearing with me through, this crap that's been going on, folks. And until the next playthrough, folks, we'll see you later. Have a great day and take care.